and gentlemen, we have the M1 Garand rifle as the main battle rifle from 1936, officially dropped from the U.S. Army by 1956, and it continued to see service through Vietnam with the South Korean forces friendly to us, as well as the Korean War. Holds an 8-round in-block clip. When you load this, you have to be careful, otherwise you will get your thumb caught in it. The maximum range, 800 yards. But like any weapon, you get a skilled marksman with it, you can make it go out a lot further. Fires 30-06 cartridge. Sail again.
Sounds good. Yeah. Loud.
Fire in the hole!
Ow!
38? Yeah, it's a 52. B-52. I'm sure you can take these. They won't rust, bust, or collect dust. They've been invented in World War II by guys from New Jersey.
Hey guys, so we are here at this special event in Gordonsville, Virginia, military history throughout the decades. As you can see, there's that big 5-ton, which we saw pulling in. And then they've got all kinds of stuff over here. Yeah, the military surplus stuff.
Should help a little.
Look at all that stuff. All those uniforms. I mean, it's really cool. This medical vehicle, and getting in looks like a tight squeeze.
Get your point man in there. Watch for any kind of traps. Get in there.
Booby trap!
Clear it! Clear! Seal! Get in there! That one. Make a perimeter. Make a perimeter. Check him out. Check him! Can you tell? What you got? Damn thing. That tactical is right here. Damn! How is he doing? How's he doing?
Army service number?
was at last. We figured he shouldn't discourage vicious.
How's that 1911 going for you? Grab it.
What's it? You said the 24th?
Great dead sucker in for near at the armory.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing to learn.
Did you have any problems?
My opinion is very
Good fun today. I hope you got some good photos for JT.
things more power when you try to swim into the water.
Good job we're doing.
It's like, let's pretend it's not there. You're going to give us more power.
No problems?
They already police up Nebraska.
I don't know.
Not sure. That's 4, 5, 6. Too short. And they're being nice enough to let us do our event here, so police up your shit, obviously. Mine don't let up.
No, I think this is one of y'all's. Probably if it's 556.
Yep.
Gehen zur Schule hier auf College in Vereinigten Staaten und spielen eine Vielfalt. Meine Schwester hat 3 Kinder, 2 Mädchen und ein
And again, like a BB gun, 22 version. So that's the 1897 shotgun. So you're no older, so next one. 1911. Oh, yeah, that was me. So the next one up is in Springfield, 1903. This actually replaced the 1898 Craig rifle, which is actually a really great rifle to shoot. But this is designed by the German Mauser. They say the Americans actually stole the patent from the Germans. German government actually sued the American Springfield for the patent use, but they didn't get settled until World War I, and it was forgotten. But the Americans did pay off a little bit after the war. It's interesting. It is a strip clip fit. It has 5 rounds.
You got a stripper?
Oh, 5 rounds.
There you go.
It has a switch on top, so you can turn off the bolt so that actually you can go 1 round at a time. The Army thought at the time that the soldier was given chance to shoot all the 5 rounds, he was too much ammunition. So you had to give permission from your sergeant to switch over to use the bolt. Okay, go ahead and load. It's a great rifle. It was actually still used up to the Vietnam era sniper rifle. It'll hit target almost a mile away. Go ahead, fire. 1903, Springfield. Switch, the selector switch is all in the back of the thing. That's the 1903 Springfield. The next one up is the 1911 pistol. Jeff actually has a reproduction blank firing version of it. The 1911 again was produced for the Philippines with the revolvers. The revolvers, and they were using 32s at the time, did not have the punch for it. So they wanted to go with the 45 caliber, and Colt designed the 1911. Great pistol is still used today, up to this time period. 1911. That is actually an 8mm blank firing pistol. So as the war progressed, the Army could not produce those fast enough, so they rebarreled a lot of the 32 caliber Colts. The M1917 Colt. The problem is this: they had moon clips loaded. They used the same ammunition. They had loaded with moon clips, and it was kind of a pain in the butt to load and unload it. Oh, you left out the lieutenant. Oh, that's it. 1909. So you got a 1909 Colt 45 too.
This was the last revolver of the United States Army. This is the M1909 double action, single action Colt, and it fired 45 Colt, commonly called these days 45 long Colt, and almost immediately superseded by 1911, which of course gave a semi-automatic, no restriction trigger pull, and that first shot wasn't going to end up dropping because you were having to pull about 20 pounds of trigger pull. But other than that, it was really great. As revolvers go, it's about as good as they got. And as an artillery officer in World War I, probably National Guard artillery officer, might have been issued one of these until they introduced issued in 1930s.
Do you revolvers use moon clips?
No,
the moon clip, that was not.
It was designed for. Not designed for these blanks, as they just fell through. It was designed for the rimmed cartridge, the 45 Colt rimmed cartridge. So you didn't need a moon clip. But these blanks are slightly undersized, so they slip through
As the war progressed, and
the ejector.
tens of thousands, if not millions, of men got to the front. They still didn't have enough 1911 to give up to the cavalry, the officers, especially the people in the rear ranks, the people in the rear quartermasters, adjutants who carried revolvers.
And we just saw now, ejecting and reloading takes a lot longer.
The blanks, yeah, and slid down.
Okay, so the last one we have is the M1917 Enfield. This was again the British. It was a British-made rifle. It was actually ordered. They couldn't make it fast enough in the United States, Great Britain, so they ordered it and they made it in the United States. The war came along. The British were 303. We went to a 30-03. We rebuilt it, made it 30-06. It loads the same way. It was after the war, the Army invented the 1903 this rifle in Springfield. So most of these went to the National Guard or the armies or were sold off to other countries like the Philippines. Using their armies, and they used them all the way through the World War II. It's actually a very good rifle. In some places, they say there's actually maybe better than the Springfield. Sergeant York, I believe, used it, right?
Debate.
He did not use the Springfield.
No, he
like
used
the movie.
I mean the
He used
17.
the Enfield.
There's a debate.
Yeah, and actually, more infantry soldiers in France, the actually Army carried the 1917 than carried the Springfield. Springfield was given to the special troops, the cavalry, frontline troops, like the first division, some of the so-called elite divisions. So 1917. Go ahead, one more. 1917 uses the same clip, the same clip as the Springfield. So 1917. Saw that he put his little, put your clip up real quick here. So you notice he saved that. World War I, they would have dropped it. You can still, because they're brass, they didn't rot, you can still go buck the kettle from France and find those all through there. But they saved theirs because they're hard to find these days. They also cost about $1 plus a mile. What's that? No, they still make them. one, but it's not brass. I think they make billions of them. You can buy those too. They're a little bit cheaper. Those get kind of expensive, especially brass. Make you uncomfortable. Any questions? These guys can answer more better than I can.
Wasn't one of those rounds transferable between Springfields? 303 could fit the 30-06, 30-06 could fit the 303.
One thing that is different though, bayonet. Bayonet let go. They did not use the same bayonet. That's why in the 1917 the Army put the 3 dashes, 3 cut lines on the bottom of the bayonet. In the trenches, you drop it, you kept training. I don't know how often it happens for a guy that's French. You drop this bayonet at the same time, you still reach down his butt. You feel the difference. The thing about that though, this same bayonet, shotgun. Yep. On the Springfield, they have not shotgun. Springfield, they have Garand. But that's how you feel about it. So it's been like 15 days.
Going back to your question on 303 and 30-06, when the British were desperate for weapons after Dunkirk, the U.S. sent people for weapons, men and M17s, and the British would have stocks of the red band because we couldn't for 303 had the surplus U.S. 30-06. So that's not one I'd heard before, but I'm real dubious.
I've heard that. That part works. Why was there band?
Oh no, I meant the interchange.
With the 303.
Yeah.
Man down!
Well, we didn't even know this was, we heard it driving and we looked at it, we got to see it.
Chute didn't release the way it was supposed to. It would pull the whole howitzer right. If the wind inflated the parachute, it would pull this right over and dump it. And it would tear the sight mounts are not on these, but the sight mounts would be there and it would tear them up. So in 1982, actually right around the time I got there, they devised this roll bar that protected the sights. The roll bar. My friend Ed was one of the guys that welded them up. They come up with the idea. Somebody designed them. They got some tubing and welded them up, and it worked.
One last question. What's
Sure.
the range on this guy?
11,500 meters with the highest charge and with rocket-assisted projectile. That's a round that had a little rocket in it. 15,000 meters, 15 kilometers. Pretty good way, about 10 miles. Yeah. And again, this was replaced starting in the late 80s. They started replacing this with the L119 or the M119, which we got from the British, which had a slightly longer range. So that was more favorable.
More reach is always good.
Yep.
Thank
So
you, sir.
gladly. Thanks for coming.
Howitzer. coming back.